You are listening to the Booktrospective Podcast, a podcast for all types of books. And even though we read all types of books across all different types of genres, we want to give a disclaimer. Many of our books and a lot of our content sometimes is intended for mature audiences. And we don't believe in censorship, but we do want our listeners to have the opportunity to decide if our episode or podcast is good for them. So with that, let's get into the episode. Hey, it's Dominique.
And Keely.
And you're listening to Booktrospective, and this week we are covering 25 Days by Per Jacosbsen.
Yes.
And happy December, because this is coming out in December. So there is no, the days are switched around. We'll do like a chit chat at the end of the month, which is we only have 3 episodes this month. So, yeah. Anyways, Keely, how's your week been? Today, Wednesday.
Yeah. Ups and downs. The bookstore sucks right now. But I have read 3 books since last time we had a little chat. So,
see?
2 audiobooks and 2 physical, well, not physical, ebooks. But
I've got faith in her.
Proud of myself. So now I'm up to 81 books.
Yeah, you could definitely do 19 books.
Yeah.
She's going to get it.
I've knocked these out pretty quick, so.
Crunch is on.
Yeah.
The crunch is on.
So I'm pushing myself, and I'm not like. I'm excited about it though.
Yeah, it's not like stressful. Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm excited that I actually like physically read with my eyeballs and not with my ear. Two of the 4 books that I read were physical.
Look at her go.
So, whoop whoop.
See?
And I'm not feeling burnt out. So.
That's good. No, I feel like this is like a good time. I feel like I always read a lot in like the holiday season because I feel like I'm in the mood.
Oh, I'm ready. I just started Good Spirits.
I'm going to start
today.
That after I finish Brimstone.
So, this will be my first Christmas read of the season, or just wintry read.
I haven't read anything. I am okay. So I'm reading Brimstone because this is the day after it came out. So yeah. Anyways, and then I will do Good Spirits, but we're not recording next week, so we'll be able to record in 2 weeks, and then we'll probably do both of our episodes that day because it's just a book and then that. Then we don't have to record till January, which is. But love you guys. It's whatever.
We just have to adult too.
I know.
We're both entrepreneurs, and Dom works like 10 jobs.
But yeah, no, I have not read like romance at all.
Oh God, I can't remember the last time I read.
Except for I guess Brimstone. There's romance in there, but it's not just a romance.
I read Lights Out. Earlier this month.
Fair.
So.
That one.
And before that, I read Taurus Season. So it looks like all of the romance that I've been reading is relegated to dark.
Yeah, okay. So I haven't just read like pure wholesome. And I'm not going back to it because I actually am getting ready to start the God series, the Rena Kent. Yeah. So I think I just got the first one. So after I read Good Spirits, I'm going to read that. But
I'm going back through. I'm going back through my read. Kick. And the last romance that we read was more chick lit, women's fic, and that was Once Upon a Time in Dollywood.
Yeah, and I don't even consider that a romance. So, who
am
I?
Oh my gosh.
Who am I becoming?
May 10th is when I finished my last romance, and that was Can't Get Enough.
I was going to say Can't Get Enough might be my last. No, I don't know. I haven't looked at mine, but yeah, I don't know. I've been.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know. Who am I? Who am I? But yeah, no. So that's pretty much it. Whatever. I don't even know. I don't know what day it is. I never know what day it is. It's cold, and I don't know. My black chicken is finally acclimated.
Yes.
So like she was like going in the coop at night, but I was having to put her in there. Like she wouldn't go in with the rest of them the last 3 nights. And I checked before I came in here because they go to bed like 5 o'clock because it's dark now. She was in there, so I'm like, my work here is done.
Nice.
Right before it like fully gets cooked, because I was like, I am so tired of going out here every night and having to put her in the coop. So I'm like, chicken parenting is hard.
Oh, well, update on my pet situation. Rue is finally getting her hair back, and she's actually not looking like a naked mole rat anymore.
We love Rue.
And she's starting to act for the most part like her old self. She's a douchebag, major douchebag. But that's a dachshund thing too. So
yeah.
I mean, but she's starting to act like herself again. Evie and Jovi are still douchebags too.
Not
cute,
Jovi,
but douchey. And then we've had guppies for a while.
Oh,
guppies, yes, yeah. But they kept dying, so we ended up only having 2 left. And my mom was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna take them out of a tank." She put them in a vase, and it's just kind of we've been feeding them, but just kind of been waiting for them to die.
And they won't die.
This has been like 4 or 5 months.
I swear. I won, this is years ago. I won Cameron a goldfish at the... I didn't even want to play the game, but Cameron wanted to play it. I'm like, God. And of course she won a freaking goldfish. And I was like, oh, great, because then it's going to die. It lived for a whole month. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get you a tank. Died. I'm like, I should just left you in the vase.
Yeah.
Because it's they love the vase, but
Yeah, so there was 2. They were pretty much babies.
Bubble guppies.
One of them was male, one was female, and they're pregnant now. So
how did you discover that? Just because she's getting big?
Well, when they get old enough, the males are colorful. So, and yeah, the other one isn't colorful and she's fat. So. What's
the pregnancy term of a guppy?
I have no idea. We'll just look one day and there will be
how many do they have?
Of them. A lot.
What are you gonna do?
Leave my guess. I don't know. My mom said, "Time to start flushing." I was like, "Don't."
Oh my gosh. Oh, but ew. But ew. I don't know. Fish are weird. Okay, well, Keely, do you have a question?
I do. Have you ever had a... Do you have a quote-unquote nightmare holiday vacation or holiday or vacation?
Have I had a nightmare vacation? Probably when my grandma booked that hotel in Florida when we were going to go on a cruise and there was a dead body and we slept in a van and I was really traumatized.
Oh, I think you told me that story.
Yeah. So my grandma, this is years ago. This was before Carter was born. This is when me and Josh's first family trip. We had been on a trip. We went on a cruise for a week and my whole family went. So there's 10 of us. I don't know. And it was cheaper to fly the day before. So my grandma books this hotel and me and my mom both knew it was terrible. So I just didn't look at the reviews because and I'm very hotel snob squeamish. It cannot look like anybody's ever been here. I just get the ick. So I'm I already knew it was bad. I was just whatever. So we get there. Of course, we get there at 9 a.m. too. So we have a whole day. We're in the lobby. Immediately red flags because everyone's coming in the lobby and the host or whatever the lady's called. She knows everyone by name, by first name. And I was okay. So we sit there forever. It's just gross. We finally get the rooms. They have not been touched since 1957. It's disgusting. I literally had a meltdown in the car. I mean, in the parking lot. I was there was no place for us to go. In that entire city, it was booked. And then there's 10 of us, but even just one room. I rent a van because I'm not sleeping in there. And then literally at some point in the day, the whole day sucked. But at some point in the day, they there was an ambulance and stuff. And I'm okay, whatever. Later, I go in the room only to change my clothes. Doors wide open. I don't even care. I'm just I just have to be in this space to change. As we're doing that, they are wheeling a body on a gurney down the thing. And I was I'm very well traveled. I've never seen the body. I'm sure people have died but my mom has blacked that memory out of her mind. If
Really?
I try to talk to her about it, she's I don't recall.
And that's something big. It's not a
I was literally
thing.
that might have been the start of me being a social media yapper because I was on Snapchat and my friends were calling I wish I could send you money. I'm there's nowhere to go. It's not even money or anything. We were just stranded and then we slept in the car. It was the worst night ever. I could not wait to get on that boat the next day. Yeah, and that was and that's also the same trip where Josh almost went to Puerto Rican jail, and I didn't. I know I was gonna get him out. Luckily, he didn't. But I was
God.
It was a very, it was an exhausting trip. So that's my nightmare vacation. But we lived. So
at least you lived.
We did. Do you have a nightmare vacation?
honestly, I don't know that I've had a nightmare vacation. I don't really think so. I mean, when I was little, it felt like a nightmare, but just because we went to St. Louis, I think, and to meet up with my mom's boyfriend at the time, and we stayed in. So he lived in Kansas City, so we pretty much like met halfway. And we stayed at a motel.
First red flag.
And there were conjoining rooms, and I believe it's the same time that we had went to Build-A-Bear, and again, just in my little, like, I was probably 10, 11, so in my little mind, it was the worst thing that could ever happen. But we had adjoining rooms, so we locked, our door to the outside was locked, and we went to Build-A-Bear, we got Build-A-Bears, and we went into my mom's room and accidentally kicked the door shut and locked our Build-A-Bears in there. Oh. We were really upset. But I also think that was the first trip that I had my first migraine, and it had, like, I was dead to the world. It was awful. But, I mean, not really a nightmare trip. There's been, like, unfortunate, like, instances, like missing a flight and stuff like that, but
yeah,
nothing
crazy. Dangerous.
Not like a dead body being in the.
Not like a dead body, and not like a serial killer on the loose. Yeah.
Thank God.
Wow. All right. Well, Keely, do you have the blurb?
I do.
Yeah. Keeps things fun. Keeps you on your toes.
The countdown to Christmas has never been scarier than in this internationally best-selling holiday horror novel from Per Jacosbsen. Hoping to bring his family closer together, Adam Gray arranges a vacation in a remote cabin on a snowy mountain. Things take a turn, however, when someone starts leaving gifts in the Christmas stocking mounted to the barn door. Each morning brings something new, and every passing day, the contents become more terrifying. Soon the family makes a spine-chilling realization. They've been dragged into a deranged game of Secret Santa, and if they want to survive, they will have to fight.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. if you could describe this book in one word, what would you say?
I'd say nightmare.
Yeah. I would say nope.
That's a good one.
Yep, that's a big nope for me. So we have a family of 4, so mom, dad, 2 daughters, Adam, Beth, Abby, and Chloe. Yeah. And like it doesn't really. So first of all, this is an advent calendar book. So the chapters are not sealed, but it is 25 chapters, 25 days, starting on December 1st, ending on Christmas. So, you can read it like an advent calendar if you have enough self-control. So basically we don't really get the backstory, but things are strained between like husband and wife, but also like, kids are on their phones, like dad wants them all to bond. So he pulls them out of school before winter break and they go, where are they? I don't think it ever actually says where they are.
I don't think
it's
so.
Mountainous. Like I just assume like Tennessee, but I don't really know. They're at a cabin, going to a cabin that's literally in the middle of nowhere. There is no like service, Wi-Fi, phone, internet, anything. But there's like animals and like it's a family that owns this, like a husband and a wife, and so that it starts out real wholesome. They're bonding, and they start finding this Christmas stocking every morning. And as the blurb says, it gets more and more nefarious. And then they realize they are stranded because they were only supposed to be there for a week. And obviously this book is 25 days. So there's 18 more days that we have to account for. And then they try to, they realize someone's stalking them. And then they try to escape. And then they're stuck in the wilderness. And then they are captured. And so on and so forth. So this is is it considered a horror?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a horror. Vague ending.
Yeah.
So we don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Triggers?
Yes. Right. So there's no content warnings yet. Obviously.
When did this book come out?
So I think it just came out as a trad published.
Oh.
But
okay.
Off the top of my head, kidnapping,
animal abuse,
yeah. Stalking,
limb amputation.
Yeah, torture.
Yes. Violence.
Murder.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I think
that about covers it.
That pretty much covers it. Yeah. The typical things. But yeah, so all right. Well, if you have not read this book and you don't wish to be spoiled, then you can pause here and come back later. Otherwise, we are going to get into it. So I'm not necessarily going to say the days because I don't know them like that. But it starts out with the family in the car. So we have Adam and Beth, the parents, and then Chloe's like 10-ish and Abby's like 15 or something like that. So of course, like, they're on their phones, like, no one's like really excited to be going on this trip. The dad hopes this is going to be a good thing, but whatever. So they stop in the middle of nowhere at this like gas station. Gives me like very like every like wrong turn, like he'll be like gas station.
Like House of Wax.
Yes, all of those things. There's literally two people in there. There's like the clerk and then like a guy in there. And obviously he can tell like they're you city folks, like immediately that. But anyways, they're stopping in there. One, like he gets snacks, but two, they're supposed to be meeting like the owner of the cabin, which it's like an older gentleman and like he has a wife and there's animals there. So like they get to take care of the animals while they're there. There's chickens, rabbits, and something else, but I can't remember what the other thing was. And so like first it's like it seems pretty off because like the guy that's in there is kind of like harassing them, but the clerk's like, he's fine, he just gives tourists a hard time, we don't have a lot of outside people, yada yada. So they get up to the cabin and first like jump scare ish is like, oh, there's somebody in the cabin, but it's just the guy's, I think his name is Bill. Yeah, it's just his wife, like, and she comes out and like she's Native American, so they have like these dream catchers all around and he's just kind of like talking, but really nice like guy. They see the animals and they get unpacked and everything's going good. So they go out. Is it the next morning that it like, I don't think it starts right away with the next morning with the chicken. Or is it a couple of days? I feel like it's a couple of days. Like, things are okay for a little while. Like, the kids are playing, like, they don't have any cell service. So, like, they're playing Monopoly and they're, like, doing board games. And then, like, it's snowing where they're at. So, they're building snowmen and, like, they're just having a good time. And the Beth, she's cooking breakfast and, like, everything's good. Like, they've got groceries. They're literally not leaving this place for the whole week. So, a couple of days start going by. Chloe has, like, her favorite rabbit. She calls him her soccer ball, Bumbleball. Because he looks like a soccer ball because he's like a white and black rabbit or whatever. So they've been feeding the animals and they are like in the house and they kind of like hear like a banging noise or like a hammering noise. So of course Adam goes out and investigates it and there's literally a chicken with its head cut off running around. And not only he's like, oh my God, like something probably like got in there and all this stuff. No, it's like a clean cut. Like it was cut with something, nothing like bit the head off. So he's like, oh my gosh, like, and he just kind of like hides it and like goes on about his day. And then the stalking starts appearing. So like first it's kind of like harmless, but also sketch because they're in the middle of nowhere. There's literally no other houses and the stalking just starts appearing. And at first it's just like pictures of the mountainside.
Yeah.
Like nothing in particular. But like one like morning, like Beth is out there and like she sees someone like watching them, like, and she's like, okay, like maybe it's just, I don't know, somebody that lives up here and they do, like whatever, but vibes are off. Then it immediately starts to turn. So like then one morning, I can't remember which one happens first. I don't know if it's the snowman or the stocking thing, but like one morning they get up and the snowman's like all destroyed, like twisted up, bent up, looks like evil, terrible stuff. And of course the girls are now they know, they're like, what is going on? Like, why would somebody do this? I don't know. And then to make matters worse, they find a rabbit's foot in the stocking because like there's blood everywhere. Well, actually the dad does, Adam does, because he goes out and he thinks somebody sees him, but I don't know if this is the time that Abby was watching or if it's another time, but you know, he's trying to cover it up because at this point Beth is like, we should just go. Like we have like 2 days left. Like we should go. And I agree. We should just go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like it's weird. And I probably would have been like, let's go like with the first stocking.
Yeah. The moment I saw the first stocking.
If I would have got a first stocking, I would have called Bill. Because they do have a landline in here. I would have called Bill and say, hey, did you leave a stocking? And if he said no, I'd have been like, okay, I'm leaving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So they're like, okay, like whatever. Like we're going to get ready to go. But, you know, we might as well just have like one more day, yada, yada, yada. So at some point he does call Bill, but he doesn't answer or whatever. So the day that they're going to leave, he takes the stocking down actually, and he burns it. Like it's gone. And the day they're going to leave, he wakes up and there's another stocking out there and there's like blood all in the snow. And and from what they realized with the rabbit's foot, it's Bumbleball. So it's like Chloe's favorite bunny. So they're like, yeah, we gotta go. And the snow had melted, so it was actually like a good time for them to leave. But they go out to start the car, and like Chloe's like, why can't I say bye to the animals? And they're like, no. And Abby, you know, she's older, she sees her dad go out and get the stocking first of all because Chloe was so asleep. And then when there's time to go, like she's like, what is in there? And he's like, I will tell you when we leave, we just need to go. And she's like, okay. But of course the battery to the car is dead. Of course it is.
Yep.
So they go in the house and they call Bill, and Bill's like, yeah, I can be there in like an hour, yada, yada, yada. So she's finally like, Abby's like, okay, I need to know what's in here. She goes outside, looks in the trash, and sees the rabbit. Like, so she's like, okay, so everybody's spooked except for like Chloe doesn't still really know what's going on. Well, that hour comes and it goes. And like, she even plays like Monopoly with Chloe because Abby, like, of course, older sister was like, no, I don't want to play with you. And like, then she feels bad, but she's trying to distract her because she wanted to, Chloe wanted to see the animals. So that hour comes and goes. The next hour comes and goes. Like Bill is not showing up. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to wait one more day. Because then they're like, okay, so do we walk down the mountain? But they're like, it would take us days to walk down to where they came from. Like it is, and it like starts snowing again too. So like everything's bad. And like that night, Chloe goes to like the bathroom and she hears like a door, but like she doesn't like think anything of it. Well, the next morning they get up. They go to call Bill and like the phone's not working. And what they end up finding is that the phone lines are cut because they find something strung up. Oh, the snowman. It's like got a noose around its neck and it's not a it's the phone line. And do you know where the phone line was? It was in the parents' bedroom. So somebody came into the house in the middle of the night, cut the phone line and left. And like, so they're taunting them. So they basically start packing up a bunch of food and stuff, and they're just like, we're going to have to hike down this mountain. Like, you know. Good thing is no one stays behind, I guess. Like, good but bad. I don't know. There really wasn't like a good decision, but like, you know, a lot of times they'll be like, oh, the dad will just go. Yeah, and that would have been horrible. So they pack up, they start hiking, and very quickly, they're like, a gun goes off. And it's because they were like getting ready to leave and Adam had grabbed like a pitchfork. And then he got upset about something. He put it in the ground and literally like the guy shoots like the handle off. So like we know that was purposeful because he definitely could have hit him if he wanted to. So they all start like running and like this guy is trying to kill them. So they're like running. They end up having to sleep in the woods that night. Like under a ledge. Like they do have like snacks and stuff, but it's cold, it's wet. And they're stuck here. So the next day they had like got down the mountain a little bit, but they argue because Adam thinks they should go back up, like to try to lose the guy, because there's also I think this might be the next night. So they decide to go back up, and then at one point, like, Chloe kind of like is like, oh, I can climb faster than you, Abby, and then like Abby almost like falls off the mountain and like sprains her shoulder. She thought it was dislocated. Like, just things are not good. So they have to spend another night out in the woods. And when they wake up that morning, there are tons of tracks in front of them. So not only does he know exactly where there are, he has made it so that they can't tell what direction he left in, because he has literally been like walking around all night just in front of them, so that when they woke up, they can't tell which direction he was coming or going. Like, ew. So they like try to start moving. They were like going to run, and he shows up because he has like a snowmobile or whatever.
Yeah.
And things go bad very quickly because Adam gets shot. And not only does he get shot like off the side of the cliff and like lands in the canyon, and they like hear him hit the bottom of the canyon. And the girls and Beth get kidnapped. Oh, also, when they were on their way back down the mountain, they ran into a car.
Yes.
And they realized that it was Bill's car. So, because it looked like he, like, stopped abruptly and, like, got out and tried to run. So, like, they know, like, Bill didn't just not show up. Something happened to Bill. So, that's good, because you're like, okay, like, is Bill in on this? Right. Like, whatever. And they knew it was his car because there was a dream catcher inside it. Or was it the ring? There was something with a dream catcher.
Maybe I don't know.
There was a ring. There was something. Oh! No. Bill's finger is the last thing.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I knew there was something with a finger, like a thumb or something, and I couldn't. Or yeah. I couldn't remember what it was.
So before they actually finally leave the house and backing up a little bit, they had one final stocking, and there was a finger in it, and it had a ring on it, and it was Bill's finger because it had like the Dreamcatcher on it, and that's like right before like they got shot at and all that stuff. And then they come across like Bill's car, and so like we know that Bill's not in on it. So Adam shot, everybody's kidnapped. So we also get all 4 of their POVs during this book. So I think it's Abby that wakes up first in this. They end up figuring out it's like a radio studio or something, because those are always like out in the middle of nowhere. And oh no, it's the mom. It's Beth, because Beth is alone in a room, and she's like, every time she gets a chance, like she tells him like she's gonna kill him, like all this stuff. And it's like she's tied up, and then the girls are tied up in another room where they can see each other, but they can't reach each other. Like they can't go to the actual bathroom. There is a bathroom in their room though, but like they can't use it. And while all this is happening, Adam does wake up. He is not dead. He is shot, and like he's literally had to like climb and crawl his way out of this, and he ends up making it back to where they were kidnapped from and finding one of their bags and like being able to kind of fix himself up to try to find the girls and his wife. So while they're being held wherever they are, they see him drag Bill like through there, and Bill literally has like no hands because he literally keeps cutting off like pieces of him and then cauterizing him with like a flamethrower. And he's like, Bill's literally like crying, like, why are you doing this? Like, and this guy like does not talk. Like he never like really talks. And so the girls both have like a shackle on their foot. So Abby decides, like, she sees when he goes in the bathroom one of the times, because it's in their room, that there is a bar of soap. And so she's like, if we can get this soap, like maybe I can like get my foot out and like get free. So they end up like putting their clothes together to like see if they can reach it, and they figure it all out. So she basically has to figure out how to distract him, because every time he comes out of the bathroom, he closes the door. They need the door open. So when he comes out of the bathroom, she like just starts talking crap to him, and he literally beats her, like kick, and is like slamming her head on the ground, like horribly beating her. But it works. He like, and Chloe's like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. Like, like her sister just got beat, and like she's like, are you alive? Like, it was bad. So he does forget though and leaves the door open. So they get the bar of soap, but Abby cannot get her foot out, but Chloe can. So of course, like, she's upset because she's like, I like don't want her to have to do this. But Chloe gets out, she escapes, and like she actually escapes for like a few days.
Yeah.
Like she's like wandering around, but she can't get back to Abby because the room that they were held in, they could only open from the inside. So when she left, she couldn't get back in. She does find like there's like a kitchen in this building, so like she was like hiding in there, and then she ends up making her way to her mom's room. But before she like gets to, is this before she gets to her mom? No, this is not before she gets to her mom. So she gets to her mom's room, and she gets her mom out, and they are able to get it back to Abby. But before they can free her, he shoots the mom and Chloe with darts, like tranquilizers, and like then he ties them all up in the same room. So Adam is still like trying to get back to them, and he ends up hearing the like snowmobile or whatever, and he's able to follow him. So he's still chugging along, like trying to get back to his family. The guy comes in, and as a punishment, he literally cuts off Beth's finger and then cauterizes it. Yeah, he cuts off 2 of her fingers, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Ugh. I couldn't imagine.
Ugh. Terrible.
Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
And like Abby or I don't know, they're like, oh, you can like, they're like describing the sound of like the cut and like bleh, bleh. So he's getting ready to do, I think he was getting ready to do something like cut her more or something, and Adam like comes in and like knocks him out. But like that was like his one shot because Adam's shot and weak and lost blood. But they like basically start like fighting him, and the like flame, whatever he had, he drops it, and it like slides under like a door into like a closet, and it starts smoking. So the guy just like leaves them. He's like, haha, whatever, and leaves, because he's basically like, well, now you're gonna burn down. So they try to get into the room, and the only person that can get into the room where it slid is Chloe, of course, because she's the smallest. She gets in there, and it's the room where Bill's dead body is, and he's messed up. So she gets it, but like he's already started catching on fire. So Bill, like, his body is just gonna burn up, and she's like mortified. So they're able to get the flamethrower or whatever, and they're able to get everyone's like cuffs off or whatever, and they make a run for it. And again, they're in the woods again. Like, this is taking forever. And Chloe is like getting sick. Like, she keeps saying, oh, it's just like from the smoke. Like, I just have a cough, but like she basically sounds like she's dying. Yeah. Like, she probably has like smoke inhalation, and like she's bad. So finally Beth sees like a road, and she's like, there it is. So they make it finally down this, and they make it back to that gas station, and like, I mean, they break in because like there's no way to get in. So they're like, okay, I'm breaking the thing. Well, the clerk comes, and he's like, what are you doing? Like, he's
this part.
I know, he's about to shoot them, and Adam's like, you really don't recognize me? Like, you don't see that many people here. Like, and he's like, look at us. He's like, we have been tortured and kidnapped for like days. And the guy's like, yeah, but like blah blah blah. He's like, look at us. And so the guy finally does like look at them, and they're like, we just need like to call like the hospital, like 911. Like, we didn't want to break your window, but like we need help. So the guy gives Beth the phone. She's getting ready to call, and of course, here comes mystery killer guy and like shoots him in the head. So before like they had broken into the thing, like they're at a gas station. So Adam used like a propane tank or whatever, and Abby's like, well, is that gonna blow up? And he's like, no, like it's not like the movies, like no. So after the killer comes and shoots the clerk, like they're like he makes Adam go outside first, and then he grabs somebody. Oh no, he makes the girls go outside and Beth, and he grabs Adam like he's about to like kill him. And he's like, he does finally start speaking a little bit, like he's like, oh, you guys are tough, or like whatever. And he's basically like, I'm gonna take you back to wherever. And the clerk, obviously, he had a gun too. So Abby grabs it because Beth like is like, I can't do anything, like, because her hand is messed up. So Abby grabs it, and the guy's like, you're not gonna make it or whatever. So Adam is like, no, Abby, like, don't shoot him, like just put the gun down. But he's really hinting, like he's looking at those propane tanks, and she gets the hint, she shoots it, and she literally blows like the guy up. Yeah. And like everyone goes like flying, and like she wakes up and she's like, oh my God, is my dad dead? But he's fine. And she sees that her mom has just like hung up from 911, and they're gonna be saved. So we go to the hospital, and we are with Chloe. Like, she wakes up, she's got like oxygen and stuff. She had smoke inhalation, like all these things. But they said he was dead. And like she like wakes up, and of course Abby's like the first one she sees. She's waiting there for her, and they're all like just really happy. And Adam and Beth get fixed up, but you know, they're gonna be okay. Everyone's okay. So they go home, and it is Christmas Day. And they're, you know, getting ready to do their Christmas things. They get up, and they can't believe they made it and all this stuff. And there's a knock at the door, And Adam goes, and he can see already from like the window, there's a silhouette of a stocking. And it ends. The end.
There's that.
So, yeah, that's that story.
Yep.
Okay, so what did you rate it?
I rated it. What the heck? I rated it because I have to remember because apparently I don't have it
rated.
Yeah. I would probably say 4 bloody stockings.
I also rated it 4 bloody stockings. I enjoyed it. I mean, I like a good holiday novella, things like that. I would not have been able to read this like day by day. There's just not a way.
I think for the most part I did, because I read it last year. For the most part, I did well reading it day by day. I think, gosh, it was forever ago. But I know that it was definitely a struggle because it got to the end of the chapters and I'm like, I just want to know.
Yeah, and it's not long, so it's like you could just fly. No. I will say, like, there's what do they call it? Not acknowledge. What do they call it then?
Epilogue?
No, it wasn't the epilogue, but it's like the little author's note at the end.
Oh, that like afterward.
Afterward, yeah. So he does say like we never learn anything about the killer, so we don't know who it was, why it was. Like we know it's not Bill. We know it's not the gas station clerk, which leaves that other random man or just some different killer. We don't know like motivations. We don't know anything. But he basically was like, he wanted to give each one of the main characters like their own space in the book, so he had to sacrifice like that part. And he's like, it really wasn't about them, and he was kind of like each part, like each thing that they go through or each character like represents something like in their family and like them trying to like come back together. And so I enjoyed it. Like I said, I think it's, it's a horror. I think it's good. I would have liked to know about the killer, but I get it. Like with the theme of this being kind of like an advent, I get all that. If this wasn't, then like that would probably be the only thing I would want to know. Like, who is this and why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And so I'm okay with it. Like ending on a cliffhanger, like that's fine. But yeah.
Because I mean, in real life, we don't always get.
You don't always know.
Which it's nice to get kind of a follow up and know what things were and why they happened and who that was, but I don't think it was a bad ending at all.
No, I don't think it was either. Okay. Do we have reviews?
Reviews. We do. Okay, let me see. There is just a little over 25,000 ratings. It's at 3.75 or 3.65 stars. 2% of them being 1-star reviews, a whopping 542. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot. We'll go with the first review. First 1-star review. This book was so great during the first half, but unfortunately, it dragged out and disappointed me towards the end. It felt awfully rushed after the first half. It's so disappointing that we never learn about the villain. No identity, no motive, no explanation whatsoever. There was also various plot holes I noticed during action-packed scenes. I'd also like to note that this is not some Christmas read not the Christmas read I expected. Other than the dates and the Christmas stocking that was present in the first few chapters, there is no other reoccurring Christmas themes. Yeah.
Okay.
5 stars. Let's find one that doesn't have 15 million. I feel like this is literally the hardest. Okay. 25 Days was absolutely fantastic. I love the idea of breaking the story up into 25 chapters to read a chapter per day, like a twisted little bookish advent calendar. I'll admit that I didn't follow the schedule strictly. There were days I skipped, and other days I read extra to catch up, but I never read ahead of schedule and saved the ending for Christmas Day. It was so suspenseful that it was hard not to tear through the entire book in one go. The book requires a lot of suspension of disbelief, and there were some plot threads I wasn't sure were tied up the way I hoped they would be, but none of that detracted from the fun I was having. Each day section flew by aside from the first one, which was just longer to set the stage and let us get to know the characters. I enjoyed this so much and would definitely read more from this author in the future.
Agreed.
Yes. It was fun. Definitely a fun read.
Okay. Well, our next and only other book for December is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. I always want to say Morrison, and it's Borison. So that will be our next one, and then we'll have our December. We actually probably are gonna do our recap in our 2025 recap in our January episode, since it's so early in the month. It literally will be the first week of December when we record. So we'll do January, our 2025 recaps, all that. But we'll probably talk Christmas stuff, holiday stuff, and our normal chit chat, our end of the year December episodes. So, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's all, folks.
All right, you guys. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.